Hey everybody, Rorree here. Okay, so I want to discuss something that we were talking about a few days ago. We were discussing releasing dark forces from our loved ones, from ourselves, and things of that nature. And I gave some specific instructions, but maybe I talked too fast or whatever. But I'm going to do a little clarification because I have had people inbox me and ask about the status of what they were doing and to check on it to see if it was effective or not, and it wasn't effective. And then when we got down to the meat and potatoes and I said, what are you actually saying? That's what the problem was, what was actually being said. So so we are talking about releasing negative, dark, whatever you want to call them, nefarious forces that are in the spirit world that may have attached to you or to a loved one. All right. So first, we should know that there are different types of spirits that attach to people. And so we're just going to be talking about ones that are behaving in a nefarious manner or are dragging you to lower places. There are some spirits that are from people who have passed on and they hang around the planet way past the time frame that they should be hanging around after they pass on. So I was told recently that a spirit hangs around maybe for 40 to 72 days or something like that, and then they move on. So if they hang around too long, they can start becoming nefarious and doing not so nice things, and they can attach to people. They can even enter empty vessels. So if there's a soulless being walking around and they lost their soul for some reason or somehow, they can enter that vessel. So there are a few things going on here. Now, what I was given instructions on is just how to snatch up a negative being that has just kind of come to your space and is hanging around in your space. If you have a being like what I just described hanging around in your space, it is not as simple as what I described, snatching them up into the light to release them from your space. We did have to deal with one within the past few months that was one of the lingering ones, and that being was getting so nefarious and getting more powerful each day, able to do more things on this plane than you would want them to do. When we discussed this, I mentioned the film called The Summoning, which was very similar to what we were experiencing with this being, okay? Very similar. It was almost exactly what we were experiencing with this being. So that kind of being aside, okay, if you have a being like that, then we need to talk, and you've got a little bit more work to do than what I'm about to share with you right now. With those kind of beings, you really would have to work one-on-one with somebody, with me, with a medium, with an intuitive medium, okay? So, and I am not soliciting because that is not my favorite thing to do. That's not what I love to do at all. So don't be surprised if you come to me and I refer you to somebody else, okay? But for a regular being that's a low vibrational spirit that's kind of latched on to you, what you have to do, first of all, if you are the person, you can, because you have dominion over your body, you can tell the being to leave. When you take authority over your space, you can tell the being to leave. So what if the being doesn't leave? What if the being laughs at you and says, ha ha ha, yeah, right, no. Then you solicit some assistance. Now, you could go to God for help, but the problem with saying God is that there are many gods out there, and when you say the word God, you don't know who's showing up. So I would say call upon Source Creator, creator of all that is and all that is not. Okay? Source Creator, creator of all that is and all that is not. That's who you want to go to. Okay? And you simply command, since you are a co-creator, you're going to command that Source Creator snatch up into the light any low vibrational, negative, nefarious beings that are in your space or in the space of A, B, C, or D, whoever your loved ones are. You want to ask Source Creator, creator of all that is and all that is not, to snatch the beings up into the light. If they're not here to serve your highest good, if they're here for nefarious purposes, get them out of here now. Okay, so I did have one person, and the conversation was something like this, all negative beings, get out of my child's space. You're not welcome here. Leave him alone. Blah, 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 right? So this was a conversation between the person and the being. Now, if it's between the person and the being, it is so much better for the person who has dominion over their space to be doing that dialogue, because the being's gonna listen to the person before they're listening to an outside person, but still may not listen. You still may need to solicit assistance from Source Creator, creator of all that is and all that is not. Be specific as to who you are requesting assistance from. So Source Creator is the creator of everything. That's numero uno, okay? There are plenty of gods. You could call on God and be getting some low vibrational God or nefarious God, and then, they're not going to help you because they want you to get dragged wherever you're getting dragged to, okay? So just, even if you don't believe what I'm saying, just say it the way I said, okay? Because that's the way that works, okay? So, again, don't try to go into a negotiation with a nefarious spirit, because the last thing you need is for that joker to say, okay, I'll leave them alone. I'm going to come over there and mess with you, okay? So, don't go into negotiations with them. Not a good idea. All right. So I hope that helps to clarify the whole snatch them up into the light. Okay. You're going to Source Creator, creator of all that is and all that is not. If there are any nefarious beings in my space or my daughter's space or my son's space or Charlie May or Freddie Mac or whoever's space, if there are any nefarious beings, low vibrational spirits that are not serving the highest good of me, of this person, of that person, whoever, right? If there are any, snatch them up into the light right now, Ashe. And you command that they be snatched up into the light and protect my space, shield my space, protect me from that being or any like it from entering again. Protect my loved one's space from that being able to enter again. Put up your 12D shield, put up your force field, and protect your space. And know that sometimes stuff happens. So this is something that you may want to do on a regular basis, because stuff may come through. You may call on, and you may call for help, and help come, and it be the wrong kind of help, and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? The one person that I was speaking with the other day, it was two beings in that person's space that they were trying to get out, and the way they were wording it was not working. And then when he repeated what I said, then they were both gone. So anyway, y'all, if you suspect that you have snatched them up into the light some kind of way and it hasn't worked, you can inbox me. Just ask me really quickly. I could do a quick check for you to see if it's worked or not. But then the person needs to be involved in keeping that stuff out of their space. And I'm going to end on that. I'll see y'all later.